Morning everyone. Z3 in today. Full system. We're doing flip up screen 7200. Doing front component KX kicker. Mid range is down in the kitwell. Tweeters are going to go in the door. We're going to do DS's in the back. Replace the 10cm, run some new cable. And we're also going to do a HS10 so he's got a bit of bass. So head unit, front speakers, rear speakers, subwoofer should be all good. Dan is just currently removing the grill so we can glue in the tweeter properly. I am taking apart the back speaker grills. The foam has failed and looks nasty in the grill, so we're just picking it all out, getting rid of that, so that we'll have a nice speaker showing through there. Bit of a rewire on the car. It does have a factory amp. I'm back to you in a bit.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Right then everyone, cracking on. Dan's got the door card off, tweeter's hot glued in there where we want it to be. We pretty much stripped the car apart. We've got the front, lower, mid-range out. I've got the rear speakers done. So both rears are in and ready to go. We're just gonna connect up our external feed. This system does have an amplifier in it, but we're not gonna use any of that. We're literally using the power harness for power and ground, and that's it. Everything else we're putting in. So we'll have in crossover feeds down to the doors, onto there. Tweeters in through the loom. We'll borrow the loom through the door so we don't disturb the grommets, but everything else is going to be new. And then a sub cable down to here, 2 rear speakers each side. Simple stuff. We are cracking on. Just going to find out where my foam tape is because I want to stop this from rattling metal on metal. So I'm just going to open my Amazon and have a little skibbity. See you in a bit.
A few inches later.
Stabbings. Morning, no, afternoon. Welcome everyone. We're back. It's been a busy one. We haven't got much filmed because we've been cracking on. But the beamer's done. So we got tweeters in the top there, mid-range down in the footwell. We've done rear speakers as well for Rick. And then this side we've got same deal. Tweeters in the doors, mid-range in the footwells, speakers in the back. And in this one we've got the HS10 down there to give them a bit of amplifiedness. This one also has the CarPlay and Android Auto. Dan, yes. Finger scrub. Give the unit a wipe down. It's got your greasy chicken fingers on it, bit of digits. But that's that. This one's just waiting to be picked up. It's late on in the day. It's a hot one. We're just chilling now, so don't expect anything else until tomorrow. Bye. Morning, dudes. Friday morning. Got our first one in. I'm solo for a couple of days. Dan's booked a couple of days off. It's a Tiguan to install customer's own equipment. So we've got his own dash camera there. It's a 3-way kit, so one forward, one backwards. And it's also got a rear one as well. But it is the crappy external one which we will not put outside. So that thing is in here on a roof clip. There's no hardwire kit for it, so we've basically hidden the cable neatly around the dash and then up into a cigarette lighter there. But that's this one done. I've now got Toyota Aygo. You can see on the camera there. His electrician's friend, who's an electrician, has tried fitting some speakers into it. We did a head unit and now everything has stopped working. So now we're fixing it. See you soon. Right then everyone, let me just keep talking a second while I turn all these radios down. So I've got about 4 going. So the Peugeot, no, Toyota Aygo's fixed. Somebody, electrician, they're basically having a go. So we put a component set in that, which is a 6-inch mid-range in there, crossover and tweeter up there. Now what the lad had done, the electrician, had basically taken out the crossover. He'd put in a 10cm speaker in the top here, but a coaxial, not a component, which has obviously a mid and a tweeter, and they'd wired that speaker to the tweeter output from the crossover, so it sounded funny. So we've changed the wiring a little bit, so he's got 6-inch mid running off the crossover, which is running off the mid, and then the input for the crossover is also now powering the 10cm coaxial, so he's got like, almost like a 3-way set now. But it sounds happy days. So at least we can give it back to him. The customer's missus was dead funny. She was like, you fit the radio, everything was fine, and now him and his mate mess with it. I wish they'd leave it alone. It was the most funniest phone call I've ever had. But it's fixed, Charlotte, ready for you. See you soon, bye. Afternoon everyone. Right, we've got our next one in, which is Fiat Ducato. So somebody has put a Pioneer in here already. And it's got issues, as you can see. It's not good when you can remove a radio with a spatula. Dash is flashing on this one, so it's not got the correct steering control harness in it. The security protocol is not good, and by the looks of those bits there, the fascia is broke, which is always good. So we've got a Pioneer 77 to put in here, aftermarket CarPlay, Android Auto. Gonna get his steering controls working and stop that flashing. Once I figured out how I'm going to get this out of here. God's sakes. See you in a bit. Look at this crap everyone, that's how you fit radios apparently, with bloody cable ties. Fucking jokers. Right, we're done with the Ducato. Let me just show you stuff. So we've had to have a new fascia, because they broke the old one, and they actually had the radio secured in with cable ties. So microphone is here, aerial, all the fun stuff. I've managed to fix the USB as well because that was broke. So we've had a new fascia, Pioneer 77, CarPlay and Android Auto. Oh. I've also fixed the flashing mileage with the correct lead. So that's it, piano black fascia, 77 DAB Pioneer, all done and dusted, ready for their holiday. And also reverse camera. That's it. That one's finished. Right, just wait for him to pick it up. See you in a bit. Morning dudes. This is the start of a wet Saturday. I'm with Todd again today. Nice and quiet. We've got Toyota Hybrid Corolla in this morning. We are doing full system. So kicker, front and rear speakers. He wants me to do mid-range and tweeters because he says he hasn't got speakers at the top. So we've quoted for a full kit, but in the back he's got his own active sub, an amp. So we've got to run an amp kit in. Just whipped off this door quickly, so we've got the door panel off. We've got a 6-inch, 17 centimeter, 6.5. We've got a mid-range in the door, but actually in the top of the dash, I have to remove the A-pillar to get to it, nice and easy, rather than trying to gouge the dash. We have got a 2.5 and a tweeter in the very top section there. So we're going to get head unit out, which is behind all this lot. So we've got to start with the outer trim, climate control, this panel, radio bolts, 10 mils up inside, and then the whole thing comes forward. So I'm going to get cracking on that in a minute. We'll do some time lapse, and there goes the phone. See you in a bit. Right then everyone, I'm just doing my checks through the Toyota. As you can see on the driver's seat behind the stereo next to my ratchet, that is what we call a speaker popper. So I'm testing the system from the head unit down to figure out which feeds, which speakers, which box, which plug does what. And then I'll get my multimeter out. As you can see there, we're doing continuity between the dash, center and the top dash, and then the top dash and the door. Easy way of working it out. Right then my dudes, let's have a little catch up. So we have crossover wrapped in carpet, taped, stuffed in the top. This plug that goes into the top of this system is really clever. From the head unit straight to here, 6 connections. One of them goes out to the door, one of them comes from the head unit. So I can actually make my crossover connections, everything up here, ready to go into the system. Very, very clever Toyota. That's why we love Toyotas. And in here, we've got a mid-range mounted Toyota adapter, fiber tape. I'll put a link in the description if you want to know what I use to seal off the speakers. This tape here is double-sided foam layer, really useful. But I'll put the Amazon link in there if you want to buy some. But this side is now done. Now we've worked out this. Door card back on, start that side, get that done. The rears will be easy because they're coaxials. And then I've got now my speaker feeds figured out. We are just literally running cables to the back. The only other difficult thing I can see happening is I've got quite an extensive system through in there that I'm looking at, and there doesn't appear to be a nice easy grommet for my power, which would be interesting, but we've got to get a power cable through there somehow to the back, but we will cross that in a bit. But the main portion was kind of worrying about the speakers and making sure we could get that right, and I'm happy with the way this looks. If you're interested, that tweeter bracket, that is actually one of the coaxial speakers that we are going to use for the back, but obviously we are not going to use the grills for the rears. And here is a little tip which you may or may not know, that, let me just pull it out, let's get this out of here. So it is that center there out of the DS grill, 6.5 or 670s, as you can see behind it, cut down, heat it up, straighten it out so it's not bent inward. That perfectly holds the tweeter for the CS67s too. So you screw the tweeter straight in the middle. You can use the outer as this as a bracket, and it fits straight into the Toyota location, which we have made into the car. Happy days. Right, I'm going to crack on with that side. I'll see you in a bit. Rapidly approaching lunchtime. Not good. my dude. We're just about to pause for lunch. Just sorting the crossover out on this side as well. This Toyota cabling does not like being soldered to. It's got some kind of coating on it that... I'll stop hiccuping. It's got some kind of coating on the cabling that doesn't allow it to be soldered to. It's very hard to actually get the solder to take. This is solder with flux. But whatever they put on their wiring, Toyota, it does not like you joining onto it. Bit of a pain in the bum. Right, lunchtime, get some food, see you in a bit, bye. Right then everyone, God, that was a sweaty one. I'm gonna keep talking a minute. So we got power going into the car from the battery. I managed to find a way through. And then in the back, we have got a full complement of speakers and his own sub and amp active. We've got front and rear door speakers. And then in the front, we have all of the old kit there. As you can hear, it is playing lovely. So we've got his own stuff out there. Keep it with the car because obviously that's all his. But that's it, this one's done. Kicker front, kicker back, components in the front, custom made mounts. Shite solder job. Toyota wiring does not want to stick, but it's done and it sounds all right, subs in. It's a second-hand, as in used unit, which is always a worry because you turn them on and watch the cone fly out. We've just been buzzed by the red arrows, if you know what they are. If you're an Americano, it's basically a display flying team. We have the Fairford International Air tattoo on today. Probably is some planes, maybe seagulls. But yeah, they've just come flying across Swindon and that way down towards Fairford on a bit of a formation. But that's it, I'm done. This thing's finished. I'm hot and sweaty. Gonna chill a minute, give the guy a call, get him to come and listen. And that's it, it's done. Enjoy a menage of days. Big video content. I'm hoping the weather holds out. We're supposed to get shit weather for about a week. But I'd like to get out on the bikes and have a little ride. If not, I'll have to take the Chaser. Bike preferably. I'm into my bikes. I love my bikes. Anyway, see you soon. Bye.